There is one question that for actual years I have been asked probably above all else. The only thing that comes close, like maybe second place, is why am I so short?
Charlie and I, we have something in common. We're both 5'6" manlets, but we are extremely passionate about fitness.
What is my advice for anyone looking to get started with gym going, a fitness journey?
I feel it's extremely important that I go over this because there's so many people out there that aren't even bothering to go and work out. You might be thinking that, hey, everyone goes to the gym, all my friends, because, well, you go to the gym and you see your friends there. But the majority of the world, they don't understand exactly what they're missing out.
So going into my junior year of college, I switched to a human sciences degree with a concentration on exercise physiology.
Perhaps what you don't know, aside from the fact that Charlie has a sleeper build, you've seen him flex the biceps, is that he studied exercise physiology in university.
I get questions about fitness and gym all the time, like where to start, because that is the hardest part of this whole journey.
And he's actually right. The hardest part about going to the gym is going to the gym. Once you get started, it's easy. No matter what mood you're in, if you get to the gym, you're probably going to make it through. If you convince yourself that, no, I don't want to go, just go. And in 5 minutes later, if you're not having a good time, go home. 95% of the time, you're going to stay. And so step number one is just get out there and try.
It's always been like the number one thing I recommend to people that are struggling with self-esteem or maybe finding themselves in a bit of a rough spot mentally. I always recommend starting some kind of fitness journey.
Above all else, getting involved in fitness, doing cardio, exercising, lifting weights, it's better for your mental health than any pill that's ever been made. And so literally, if they could put exercise into a pill, it would be $1 trillion pill. It would solve more health problems, diseases, and so on than anything else known to man. And so if you would only get out there and move, that is the cure.
And it's something that's completely free to begin with. You don't need an expensive gym membership. You only need your body. I'm a big proponent of calisthenics.
And so the thing with calisthenics, of which I do not like, is that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
If you like calisthenics, do it. If you don't do it. The key is do what you love. What most people's problems are is they haven't tried out enough activities to find the one that was made for them. There are so many sports in this world, so many activities, so many things you can get involved in that all you have to do is expose yourself, well, not your downstairs, but expose your body to doing these activities and fall in love with one of them. Perhaps it's what you're good at. I'm going to say cycling is better than running. Bro is going to say, no, it's skiing, it's surfing, it's snowboarding, it's roller skating, it's pickleball, basketball, badminton. I don't care. It's whatever you're going to do. That is the best one.
Because I think they are just great for functional strength. And especially if you are just starting, it is great for beginners. Because there's so many progressions.
And so what's great about being a beginner, or those of you who haven't started, is anything is going to help. The smallest amounts is going to make a huge difference. You've all heard of the law of diminished returns. A little bit does a lot, and a lot more, it does a little. And so if you only do, for example, 2.5 hours of cardio a week, it's 150 minutes. That will be better for your health than adding in an extra 10 hours a week. And so just getting the minimum, it's more important than going above and beyond, perhaps racing bikes like Coach Greg each and every day. And so if you're not doing anything right now, adding in a little bit is going to make a huge difference in your life. And so don't think you have to commit to an hour every single day, 7 days a week. Just start with the minimum.
But by far, the most important thing when it comes to working out and taking your health more seriously, I believe it's routine.
Stick-to-itiveness, consistency. The key is doing what you love. I get that asked a lot. How are you still at it after 40 years? How hard is it to do something that you really love? You know, I've been having sexy time for 33 years now. No one's asked me, Greg, how are you so consistent with having sexy time? Like, how are you able to convince yourself to want to do it each and every day, each and every week? It's not hard. Well, it is hard. Well, thanks to Harder Than Last Time, code Greg 15% off. But it's not hard to do something that you love doing. And so if you don't like what you're doing, or perhaps you did, You were lifting weights in the first year. It was great. You were making newbie gains, and now you haven't gained any muscle whatsoever, and you're contemplating taking steroids. Well, don't do that. If anything, you could take Turk Builder Max, GO2 Max, and so on. But if you're bored of the gym, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you to just keep going to the gym and working out. You don't like it. I don't want you to go to the gym and work out and not even enjoy what you're doing. Try something different. For example, Will Tennyson. Bro did a bodybuilding competition. He was flexing, looked amazing, got his pro card in the WNBF. What is he doing right now? Well, I'm sure he's still lifting weights, but he's recently added cycling. Same as Coach Greg, Mepsigram, my brother, editor Steve, we're all into the cycling. If you pivot, try something different, you might be surprised about how much fun that it really is. The first year, you're going to see the most gains, bar none. Muscles in the gym, the newbie gains, you're growing, you're perhaps getting stronger each and every week, and it's really fun, the dopamine of the improvement. And so if you're not improving anymore and you've lost the fire to lift, try something else. And you'll quickly see how much better you get at a different sport and use that as motivation. The improvements, the dopamine, the thrill, the excitement. Why not keep experimenting? Why not keep trying different sports? Mix it up. You don't have to do just one thing. Perhaps on the weekend, you can go golfing with your friends. I don't care what you score. I scored 128 for 18 holes the last time I went golfing. No. Is that a good score? It's absolutely horrible. But I had fun. We went, walked, did the course, and it's a lot of exercise, and so why not? And so you mix things up. Perhaps you're riding the stationary bike, you're racing on Zwift, you're going outside riding bikes, and perhaps you're walking along a trail. That is exercise. That is all you need to do. And so just get off of the couch, stop being a lazy piece of shit loser, and move your body and do something about it.
But if you can just grit your teeth and bear it for like a week of sticking to a schedule, it starts to become easier. And then over time, maybe you start to enjoy it.
The key word is fun. You have to get to the point where it's fun. If all you're doing is dreading it, you are not going to continue. You can say, no, it's going to be my routine. I'm going to continue to do it. It is not. Look at Clavicular. Claviculum can't even go to the gym and lift weights, and he's literally trying to look the prettiest he could ever look, but he can't even go to the gym. And why? Because he doesn't like it. What he'd prefer to do is punch his face and increase the size of his orbitals. That is what he does.
If you stick with it for a week or two and it starts to feel like a routine, or even starts to feel fun if you're doing it with a friend, or you start to find the joy in working out.
The problem is you're not going to lock in and stick to it just because it's a routine. How many of you would brush your teeth for an hour each and every day? If it took an hour, I can barely get through a minute and a half. It's routine. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, and I hate it, but I do it because I have to. But that's a minute and a half. If it required an hour every single day to brush your teeth, I wouldn't do it. Imagine you had to go to the dentist every single day. That is what it takes to have clean teeth. How many of you all would stick to it? Perhaps by 50, people would be saying, how did you stick to going to the dentist every single day? It is boring. I hate it. Not many people would have clean teeth. And so the key is actually liking it. Some people like cleaning their teeth. We have dentists of the world, and they enjoy cleaning people's teeth. Just like in work, if you can make work fun, you won't work a day in your life. How hard do you think it is for me to record this video? For you, perhaps recording 4,000 plus videos, well, that might be a daunting task. That's boring. I don't want to do it. For me, it's fun. It's like going to the gym and working out. And so I get to do it. And so what you need to do to increase your fitness goals is think, I get to do this activity today. And so, for example, yesterday, I was racing on my bike for 2 hours. Today, my legs are kind of sore. And I'm thinking, well, how am I going to do my cardio today? My legs are sore. I should be taking a rest day. I don't want a rest day. I want to be able to race. And so I have to think of something. How am I going to be able to train today, but not do too much? That is how much I like it. And so imagine you want to go to the gym so bad, you want to do cardio so bad that the thought of not doing it, that it's ruining your day.
You do not need to spin fucking oodles of doubloons on all of these outrageous fitness courses that are being hawked on every single social media platform out the wazoo.
And so I think what he's saying is you don't have to buy a course. You can simply subscribe to Coach Greg. You watch his videos. He's going to motivate you, explain to you how to eat properly, go to the gym, and so on. And so by watching his videos, you can then get addicted to fitness the way that I am, as well as Charlie.
I think what's far more valuable to a beginner is having a big charcuterie board of a lot of different exercises that you have compiled from a lot of different training resources and trying them all yourself.
Exactly. It's all about fun and enjoyment. So when you go to the gym, just do everything. Try the squat, try the deadlift, try the bench press, try whatever exercise you've seen on social media, TikTok, and so on, and pick the ones that you enjoyed most. Who cares if it's perfect? Don't let Jeff Nipaw, the dropout dentista, we talked about dentists, who also won't even take your picture, don't let him ruin your life. Don't listen to Mr. Mike telling you that you need to keep 3 reps in reserve. Just go to the gym, enjoy it, and pick whatever you like. If you're doing something, it's better than 90% of people in this world.
When you're starting a health and fitness journey, you probably want to be enjoying it. Having fun would make it a lot easier to stick with it.
The optimized workout is the one that you're going to do. I don't give a shit if Jeff Nipaw or Mr. Mike says it's suboptimal.
I think it's much more valuable when you're starting out to find the exercises that you really like. Now, naturally, that leads into another question. How do you find these exercises?
Yeah, exactly. You go and subscribe to Coach Greg. And so if you haven't clicked the subscribe button right now, feel free to go and do it.
I think that's far more effective than immediately spending tons of money buying like a program and, buying a bunch of supplements. Just try shit yourself first.
One recommendation as far as supplements go is to leverage your caffeine to before you go and work out. Many of you get up first thing in the morning and you look forward to a cup of coffee. It brightens your day. It wakes you up. Imagine if you only consume caffeine before you train. You don't wake up and take a cup of coffee. I have no coffee in my body right now, and you save it for before you go work out. The dopamine, it's a signal of a reward. A reward in the brain, it makes you feel good about something. And so if you leverage and see exercise as a reward by, for example, taking Blue Lobster before you go to the gym or drinking a cup of coffee, you're going to enjoy that workout that much more. We, of course, have Solidricide. It's going to make you feel better. You can feel the beta-alanine, and so it's going to let you know, hey, it's time to pick up the pace. Studies have very conclusively determined that caffeine is very effective to increase your cardiovascular output and so on in the gym, and so why not just leverage your caffeine? It can literally be that simple. Perhaps you're going to exercise early afternoon. You don't have any caffeine until perhaps at 1. And once you take the caffeine, you're going to feel the energy and you're going to want to go work out and perhaps even work out harder. Of course, you can get other supplements such as Turk Builder Max and so on, but I suggest you wait until you hit a plateau. Don't get these things as teenagers and so on. Wait until you're older and leverage supplements once you've hit a plateau to push you to the next level.
So if that's an option on the table for you and a buddy to begin this kind of thing, I definitely think that's going to help. But again, it can be done solo too. It just takes effort.
It sounds like he's suggesting advice on sexy time. Yeah, you can do it solo, but it's going to be more fun with a partner. And so if you can go and do it with a partner, you're going to be more motivated to do it than last time, and you'll put it into your routine. Guys, tell this to your wives at home.
Yeah, boy.
Like the video, subscribe, bell button it, watch one of those 2 bloops, and remember, HTLT Supplements is looking for brand new ambassadors to, did I say brazzers? To join the company. And if you're looking for a coach by myself and or my team, you can click and apply right now. As well, if you want HTLT supplements or Algo RX, you can use code Greg for further discount. And until next time, I am out.